Hi guys, welcome to Placeaholic. Today we'd like to show you the 20 best places to live in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has some of the most stunning scenery in the world, coupled with a unique culture and a rich history that you won't find anywhere else, making it one of the most beloved states in the US. It features an abundance of parks, miles upon miles of coastline and the massive Appalachian mountain range, which brings in tens of thousands of tourists every year. Yes, Pennsylvania seems to have something for everyone, which is why it's such a sought-after place for home buyers. But the one conundrum that most of them encounter is the multitude of cities that they can choose from when moving in here. So, let's round up the top 20 best places that you can live in here in Pennsylvania to make your job easier, starting off with 20. Cecil. The little township of Cecil from the Washington County offers you the perfect blend of affordability, alongside a thriving job market, and low enough of a crime rate, which makes it very appealing. The average single-family home can be bought out for around $224,000, and if you want something a bit less permanent, you can always just rent out a place for around $768 per month. As mentioned previously, there are plenty of job opportunities for you here, and on top of that, the average household income rests around the $84,041 mark, so you won't have to worry too much about making ends meet every month. 19. East Whiteland Township. You can find East Whiteland Township right on the outskirts of Philadelphia, with a total population of around 12,000 people, give or take. It offers you both the amenities and spills of the big city, alongside the friendly community of a small town, making it a great choice for those looking to settle down. The average home price is a big high though, resting around the $369,100 mark, and you're not getting any better deals when it comes to renting either, as it'll typically cost you around $1,481 or so per month. Just keep in mind, however, that the median income per household is also very high, with every house bringing in around $103,836 per year or so, which is nothing to fuss over. 18. State College. State College can be found in the Center County, and as you can probably tell by now, it is considered to be one of the best towns in Pennsylvania. If you were to ask us back in 2015, for example, about the best places to live in here, we'd definitely rank State College higher, but needless to say, it has fallen a bit behind the competition. Even so, it is still a highly regarded town that you shouldn't miss out on. It has a total of 42,000 residents and a pretty affordable median rent of $967 per month. Actually purchasing a home will cost you a bit more, around $277,100 to be precise, but if you can stomach that, you'll find State College to be one of your best investments yet. 17. Willow Grove. With a total population of around 15,600 people, Willow Grove stands above its competition, thanks to its excellent public school system alongside its many top-of-the-line amenities. This place also makes for a great option for those looking for a more serene and uncrowded place. Not a lot happens here, but let's be honest here, after a hard day's work, we've had our fair share of excitement, so Willow Grove's peacefulness is exactly what the doctor ordered. It also has a wide range of restaurants for you to choose from, including Bloomingdale's, Macy's and Pandora, just to name a few of the bunch. The average 3-bedroom home also sells for around $244,500, which is nothing short of a great deal considering just how good the package you get is. 16. Lower Salford. Lower Salford is known for having some of the best schools in the state, and when you couple that with its non-existent crime rate, and the fact that the median home income is of around $102,731 and higher, it's no wonder that so many families have started to move in here as of late. The job market is also thriving as we speak, so you'll never run out of opportunities while relaxing between jobs. 15. McCandless. With an average home price of $232,200, an incredibly low crime rate, some amazing public schools and a very diverse and friendly community, McCandless makes its way on our list with ease. This charming township is a very safe place to start a family in, and let's not forget about the fact that there are more than a handful of amenities for you to indulge in here too. On top of all of that, the average household income here is of around $81,794, which is nothing to scoff at either, so if you're still looking for a great place to move into, you can't go wrong with McCandless. 14. Boalsburg. The best way we can describe Boalsburg is by simply referring to it as an all-rounder option, as there's nothing inherently wrong with it, although it also doesn't excel in any category either. It features a decently affordable home price of $269,300, a very low crime, poverty and unemployment rate and some of the best schools in state. So, it checks off all of the boxes and then some, making it a very safe option for you to consider. It was even said that you could walk the streets at night without a care in the world, considering just how few incidents have been recorded in this place. 13. Emmaus. You can find the charming suburb of Emmaus hidden deep within the picturesque Lehigh County near Allentown. With a total population of 11,500, it really is a safe haven for anyone looking for some peace and solitude, away from the loud and clouded city life that they wanted to get away from. On top of that, a typical home here in Emmaus will only cost you around $171,800 per average, which is leagues better than what most other cities ask for here. The cost of living is equally low, and let's not forget about the community that Emmaus prides itself with, as it is by far one of the friendliest and most inclusive ones we've ever been to. Emmaus is also famous for being the place where the real-life home of the family that inspired the comedy drama film Marley and Me, so if you're a fan of that flick, definitely make sure to check it out for yourself. 12. Bethel Park. With one of the lowest crime rates in the state alongside one of the best public school systems in the area, there's no reason as to why you should skip out on Bethel Park. The average home income ranges out to about $73,735, which is made all the better by the fact that the average property price rests around the $170,900 mark. Bethel Park also has a very diverse population of 33,500, alongside a ton of amazing outdoor green spaces to visit and some of the cleanest and safest streets you'll ever visit. 11. Lamont. Lamont is one of the most charming places you'll ever have the pleasure of moving into in the state of Pennsylvania, made all the better by the fact that it only has a total population of 2,411 people. This small community gets access to the peaceful and safe streets, that come jam-packed with a ton of amazing and unique shops, delightful coffee shops, and even an art gallery, that is sure to make you come back every week to see everything that it has to offer. On top of all of that, it is only 5 minutes away from the attractions of State College, so if you are a fan of the outdoors and you want to explore the wilderness, Lamont may be the perfect place for you. 10. Williamsport. Pennsylvania is one of the most diverse states in the U.S., a fact that is made all the more apparent thanks to cities such as Williamsport. Oftentimes referred to as Wilpo, this beautiful slice of heaven can be found in the Lycoming County, alongside the banks of the West Branch of the Susquehanna River. It used to be referred to as the lumber capital of the world back in the 19th century, and while that nickname has faded into obscurity by now, you can still take advantage of the dozens of public parks, the wide range of hiking trails, and plenty more music venues that you can find around every corner. 9. Erie. Erie, despite having such an unusual name, is a scenic town that is perfect for both its residents and its visitors alike. The summers here are long and warm, and there's nothing better to do than to cool yourself off while swimming, or simply just hiking along the Presqu'Isle Bay. But summertime isn't the only time that you'll be happy you moved here, as it also has a lot of ski resorts around that are sure to keep you entertained. On top of that, there are more bars, restaurants and entertainment options than we can even count, so you'll never run out of things to do here in Erie. 8. Swarthmore. With one of the lowest crime rates in the state, a ton of amazing outdoor and indoor activities to pursue, and one of the most highly educated citizenship in the state, it's no wonder that the population of Swarthmore is skyrocketing as we speak. The only real downside to living here is the average home price, which rests around the $387,800 mark, although this is made a bit more bearable by the fact that the average home brings in around $106,737 per year. 7. Radnor Township. With a total population of around 31,500 residents, Radnor Township earns its keep on this list because it's often described as one of the friendliest towns. This is made all the more apparent by the fact that the population is well educated, which is a testament of how good the public schools are here. So, it's no wonder that the average household income is of around $106,538 per year, although we do have to say that this isn't any higher on this list simply due to the average home price ranging around the $622,500 mark, which isn't exactly accessible to everybody. 6. Jefferson Hills. This small suburb of Pittsburgh holds a total of 12,300 people under its wing, with most houses around here bringing in as much as $77,854 per year. This isn't too bad considering the fact that the average home here costs around $189,700 too, although we should mention about now that the crime rate isn't as low as we'd want it to be. It's not to say that it is a dangerous place to live in, just that it's nowhere near as low as most of the other options you have on this list. Excluding that minor bump though, you'll find that Jefferson Hills earns its spot on our list thanks to it having access to 5 municipal parks, alongside a 150-mile biking and hiking trail system that you're sure to enjoy crossing during your spare time. 5. South Park. While there may be a ton of different South Parks in America, with one in Seattle, one in Denver and so on, there is only one South Park in Pennsylvania, and it may very well be one of the best out there. With a total population of just under 13,500, South Park has some of the best schools in the state, which is made all the better by the fact that its cost of living is so low. Getting yourself a home here will cost you as little as $148,800, which in itself is quite amazing considering the fact that the national average rests around the $178,600 mark. Its crime rate is practically non-existent, and as far as amenities go, it is everything you could ever ask for and more. 4. Hershey. With a total population of 15,000, Hershey is oftentimes cited as one of the sweetest places on earth. That is because it is the home of one of the most beloved chocolate brands in the country, aka Hershey. Chocolate Town attracts thousands of visitors every year, but what many people don't realize is that this also makes for one of the best places for you to live in, if you decide to move to the state of Pennsylvania. The average home here costs you around $249,000, which is not too bad if you ask us, and the public school system is more than worth mentioning here, having a graduation rate that is 10% higher than the state average. 3. Ardmore. Philadelphia might be Pennsylvania's biggest and most popular city, but if you ask us, the best place to live there is Ardmore, away from the hustle and bustle of the big city. This awesome suburb is one of the best examples of an all-inclusive pack that still manages to surprise you with just how much it has to offer. The average household income is of around $87,807, which is nothing to scoff at, and on top of that it has a fully walkable neighborhood and a top-notch school system that you and your children will definitely appreciate. The average home price is a bit on the pricier side, costing you around $320,100 or so, but hey, quality doesn't come cheap. 2. Pittsburgh. With a population of over 300,000 people, Pittsburgh is the perfect place for you to move into, if you want to get that big city vibe alongside all of the amenities that it has to offer. The city is plastered with glistening skyscrapers, and on top of that let's not forget about the fact that it has one of the most prosperous tech industries in the state. The nightlife is also worth noting, as the city comes alive every evening, so if you're a fan of the wild and restless nights, Pittsburgh may be the perfect place for you. 1. Harrisburg. Harrisburg can be found smack dab in between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and even though it's the state capital of Pennsylvania, it still feels like a charming small town, with a total population of just under 50,000. It has more than its fair share of festivals and community events for you to take part in, alongside a ton of hiking trails and parks that you can explore on your own or with your friends and family. The jazz clubs and the dark cocktail bars that you'll find here are also uniquely revitalizing, and on top of that, the economy is very strong here and the school districts are amongst the best in the state, making this a place you should not miss out on. There are so many amazing places around the United States that you'll love to call home, but Pennsylvania is really unique in that every small town or big city here has a life of its own. So, make sure to really think this decision through so you don't end up making the wrong choice. But hey, what are we saying here? It's Pennsylvania after all, you can't really go wrong no matter what you choose.